Good day, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at Adobe Photoshop's mobile suite, beginning with Adobe Photoshop Express. Okay, so when we open up Adobe Photoshop Express, we have, for example, over here, we can see our settings. We can see my name, my email, that I'm subscribed to Premium. We can see about the preferences, and some other different information about it. So you can also see that we can connect to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter here as well, if we'd like to. Over here, we've got our recents. So this is in relation to our photo albums. So I can look at recents. I can see the camera. So if I open up camera, you'll be able to see, yeah, there I am right there on the camera there. So I'm going to turn that off real quick. We can also go to our different albums, selecting in our different albums, our recents, photo stream, live photos, animated screenshots, recently added, etc., all kinds of different albums that I have in my menu. Okay. We also have, let's just bring up, for example, albums, and I will go to the selfies here. Okay, so we also have collage, so we're going to be able to do editing or collaging photos. Let's skip that for now. Going down to the camera at the bottom. So again, we've got our selfie camera there, and we have all these different things down at the bottom. We've got these different effects that we can do. For example, this one is, it's a little bit difficult to see here because I've got a black background, but the foreground is in color and the background is in black and white. And the next one is going to be blurring the background. You might be able to see my backdrop there, and the ceiling up there is out of focus. The next one is going to be, your background is going to be in color, but your foreground is going to be in black and white. The next one is sort of this kind of how would you, like a panning, a camera pan. So as you're taking a picture, you're kind of, so you're kind of going like this with the camera. Okay, so that's what a camera pan is. It's a virtual effect there. The next one is this zoom in effect. This is where you would take a lens and you would quickly zoom in or zoom out. So that's what that is. We can't really see the effects here because my background's not a very good one for that. And then next is, oh yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That's the one that does that. Okay, next we have this face art. Really kind of tacky. I don't really like these kind of things, but I see a lot of people doing these on Facebook. You know what? I'm going to go back and I'm just going to make it, I'm going to turn it off. I'm just going to do regular photo. And so going back over to this face art, okay, you can do some different things like well, it's not detecting a face. There we go. There's my face. Okay. So it's putting my face, it's putting like a tattoo on my face. Happy birthday. And what's really interesting is it finds like the contour of your face and it'll fit around it. So no face is detected. What is going on with that? It's just the light's so bright. Okay. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay, so oh man, I could do this all day and I would just bore you guys, or maybe you like it, I don't know. All kinds of different tattoos that you can put Oh man, how terrible is that? Okay, all kinds of stuff that you can do. All kinds of just weird facial kinds of tattoos and stuff. Rawr. Did I scare you there? Sorry about that. Okay, all kinds of face art. All right, you got all these other shapes, things like there's a fish, fish on my head, Terminator kind of a thing. Yeah, I mean, if you're interested, you can try playing with it. I hate these kind of gimmicky things. I really hate them, but it's popular with today's generation and like, what is it, Snapchat and all those things. Okay, so the next one over here, these are double exposures. Whoa, you know what? I better go back to the face art and turn them off. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. Okay, and coming over here to the double exposure. So, yeah, I'm not getting a good example of it right there. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. So after you take one picture, you might take another one and get like your double exposure that way. Double exposure was a technique in, or is a technique in film photography where you're taking two pictures on one negative. And so that's what they're attempting to do right here. Moving towards the next one. So the first one was black and white. This is a colorish image. Like it's heavily processed. I'm going to cancel that. Hey, look, there's another kind of a like a color separation. Okay, it's saying to try it in camera mode for better results. So I'm using it in selfie right now. Yeah, all these different kinds of, you know, if you wanted to have like your face with the like looks like a New York City background. Here's one, like it looks like in a subway or something. So all kinds of different stuff that I don't know. Maybe you might like it, but I'm not really impressed with it. Not really impressed. You know, once it comes up, you're able to edit it. We've got some different things down here to be able to edit with. So maybe I wanted to change the colors and crop it and that sort of thing. Yeah, let's go back there. Okay, so I'm going to take that picture. After I take the picture, maybe I could do it as a collage as well. So this first button is editing, and then the second one is to do it as like a collage, I guess. So yeah, it's asking me if I want to add another picture in there. I'm gonna choose that one and do okay. So see, it's asking me to collage these two pictures, and so I'll do next. And that's gonna collage the two images this way. Once this collage opens, we're able to do some different things. I'm kind of skipping ahead because collage is another area that I wanted to get into. So let's hold off on that and keep this video a little bit shorter. So anyways, that was the camera. So the camera is giving you this multiple exposure, right? No face detected, and yeah, it's giving you this multiple exposure here. But you can also do the face art, or you know how you take the picture. if you wanted to have a color image on the face, but the background is going to be in black and white, or this is going to be really, let's see how close I can get there with my face. Okay, so it's going to attempt to blur the background back there. Okay, and then this one again, the face is going to be in black and white, but the background is going to be in color. And then this one is giving it kind of a motion blur from like camera panning, which again, it's kind of gimmicky, but it's there. And then this one is like this sort of a lens zoom. So you're using like a slow shutter speed on your camera, and then you're just gonna zoom. It works really nicely if you're using flash photography, that kind of a thing. Okay, so that's that. So that's the camera. Okay, so I think the camera is actually pretty cool. So if you're interested in playing with different capturing techniques with your camera, it's not bad. It's not bad. The face, what do you call it? The face art that they had on there, it was just kind of silly to me. But you know, it's popular with the younger generation. And then the double exposures, I guess they're a little bit more cool, but still gimmicky. Okay, so let's go back to our edit. Okay, so in the edit function, let's pick an image to edit. How about we choose, all right, this picture here. Yeah, this picture looks good. All right, stop eating animals away. Now, it was just it was a sticker that someone put on a stop sign in Jersey City, pretty close. Actually, I think it was in Hoboken, New Jersey. I saw it and I thought I'd take a selfie with it. All right, so I'm gonna choose this picture here. Now, there's a couple things we can do here. We've got themes is the first choice. So with the themes, we can do stories. And once we choose stories, some different options are going to pop up. For example, one version, stories 1. Experiencing a little bit of a lag here there. You know, you got these weird different things. Don't listen to what they say, go see. And then when I tap on it, I'm able to edit the text. Okay. Again, you know, it's like this mini kind of a graphic design. I don't understand what the point is, like who would want to use this kind of a thing. Maybe if we're creating memes or something like that, it could be fun. Chilling, mood right now, chilling. So, you know, I mean, again, I guess I'm an old fogey and these kind of things don't really appeal to me that much. Beach babe, hey, I'm a beach babe. All right, so all kinds of different effects there that you can check out on your own. We have travel, so if the themes are related to travel, maybe you're taking a picture to, or excuse me, maybe you took a trip to Bermuda or something like that, and then you might want to choose one of these themes. So. Yeah, Rio, visit Rio, right? But I mean, you can always. So let's see this Rio. So here I'm gonna say here, visit Hoboken. All right. There you go. That's more appropriate. And then I can put like the date that I traveled there. The dates are over here, like a timestamp on the thing. So yeah, I mean, you've got, I'm not going to go through each one of these. You can go through them on your own. But we've got portraits. So if you want to do portrait, you got portrait themes, landscape themes, food. If you're a foodie and you like to upload pictures of food, there you go. Duo. You got black and white, fashion, quote, poster. All these different things. So I guess a quote might be a good meme or something. So I don't know. Try it out. Try it out. See what you think. Comment down on the video. This might be right up your alley. So got a little bit of graphic design and editing here in Photoshop Express, the mobile version. Okay. Next, we've got some different controls here for color balance. So we've got My Looks. You've got Basic. So with the Basic, you've got the presets. You've got Normal, Vibrant, Autumn, Lots of different presets for color corrections or color adjustments, I guess. Next. Let's Basic. Yeah, Basic. Okay, so you tap on it. Basic will open up, and then you tap on it. Basic will close down. Charm, you got more different presets for color. White balance. So it's just gonna change the color temperature, that sort of thing. You've got matte. So matte is probably going to mute the colors a little bit, make it a little bit desaturated. HDR, if you like that kind of a thing, to kind of boost the saturation. Next, we've got warm, so different warm tones, light, different lighting effects, black and white, different kinds of black and white, faded black and white, 60s TV, just insane, right? All these different options. Portrait, different portrait modes. If you're photographing nature and you want to do your editing here, this could be beneficial for you. Not really my cup of tea here. Okay, nature. We got pop color. So maybe if you wanted to pop the orange in the picture, or if you wanted to pop the blue in the picture, or if you wanted to pop maybe the red in the picture, that's kind of interesting. I think it could be popping just the colors. But let's turn that off. So I'm just going to do that, turn it off, pop color, turn that off. Duotone is, you're going to be taking two different colors. Like for example, here's green. So it's green and magenta, or you could choose orange, purple, etc. Not really. Here's a good example of like, maybe you're not happy with something. Just at the top, we've got the undo, and then we got redo. So, and we can undo several times, right? So that's the undo. Next, we've got these overlays, like if you wanted light leaks, bokeh, grunge, raindrops, paper, cosmos. I hated all these. I thought they were gimmicky, but I'll just do one for an example right here. Here's pattern. Okay, so pattern, I'm going to put like the second one there. Interestingly, we can slide across here, and then it's going to bring us to it's going to just reduce the opacity of that overlay. So again, maybe you like it. It's not my cup of tea. Okay, next. Next one is crop. Crop is kind of interesting because it's got these crop rates for you pre-made. How many of you ever tried to take a Facebook picture and then like you try to fit it into the constraints and you want to you want to get the precise size and that sort of thing. So here we've got the Facebook profile, okay? Even harder for me was, I think, the Facebook profile cover. You know, when you're able to see it like this, you can kind of crop it and you'll know, you know, what is going to be that Facebook cover. Okay, so that's kind of cool. The Facebook profile cover. If you're doing events, Facebook event covers, I think this is really great. If you're doing Facebook ads, there's the size there. And Instagram's pretty easy because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. But Instagram stories, there's the size there. Twitter post, Twitter heading, okay. LinkedIn background, Etsy cover, okay. Pinterest, YouTube thumbnail, channel, art, Kindle, and then the other standard sizes like 6x4, 4x6, 7x5, 5x7, etc., etc., etc. I think having those YouTube thumbnails, the YouTube channel art, crops, that's useful for me because sometimes, you know, when you're trying to upload them, you don't really know what the size is without having to go like on Google or something, trying to find it, or just, you know, logging into Facebook and trying to get it there. But why not have that as one of your cropping choices? Fantastic. I love that feature about Photoshop Express on mobile. I think that's great to have that. So there's my YouTube thumbnail ready to go. Okay. Next, we can select different parts of a photograph. So maybe we wanted to select, right now, currently the full is selected. The subject, so it's gonna mask myself out. Okay, it's going to mask myself out, the portrait. Or if I wanted to mask the background. This is really great for, you know, refining our, making a selection. Okay, so this is gonna be great. We are able to make a selection in Photoshop Express and then save it and then send it to Photoshop. And then you'll have like a mask there, which is cool. We're not going to get into that today. But because this video is already terribly long. Okay, so we've got selection tools down here. We've got our brush to be able to adjust the selection. We can refine it. And anyways, selection will be for another video. Okay, next is our healing. Let me try to find, do I want to save it? I don't want to save it. I don't care about that. Okay, let me see if I can find a better picture. Maybe this was probably a good picture. Okay. All right, so let's go over to our our heal. Okay, so you've got basic and you've got advanced. So the basic, we should be able to just kind of touch on an area and it's going to fix it. Now, obviously that brush was too big. With the advanced one, I can choose the size. All right, so as you can see with the advanced, we are able to, once we choose this size, we can use this to choose our brush size. Okay, and typically I want to choose a brush that is going to be the area of the area that I'm going to fix. So I'm just going to see that little you know, pimple or whatever that is on my nose. I'm just going to grab that, and it just cleaned it up. Awesome. Really cool. we can take the opacity of that heel brush, and with the opacity, if I go down to 0, then that blemish is going to come back. So you've got the chance, you've got the opportunity to maybe let some of that underlying facial blemish come through so that it doesn't look overly processed. We've got feather. Feather is nice because what is feather doing? Feather is going to give you a hard or a soft edge. Okay, and then it's on blend. So blend is nice to keep it on. Let's try something like, let's come over here to the dark circles under my eyes. You can see I'm very, very tired these days. Okay, so I'm going to take a larger, whoa. Okay, so I'm going to create, yes. So creating a new brush, I'm just going to come over here, kind of reset it, choose a bigger brush, and then I'm just going to kind of take some of that area right there. So the fourth box at the top right, okay, this one right here is going to show you before and after, okay, before and after. Now, if I want to, I can take that opacity and I can make it stronger. Whoa, that's horrible. Okay, so you can see how much, uh-oh, that's the size of the brush. I don't want to change the size of the brush. Undo. Going to that opacity, see the opacity there? There it is originally, and here it is trying to fix it. Okay, that feather. See how that 0 feather, this is 0 feather, it's going to be a hard edge, and then this 100% is going to be a softer feather. Okay, so in my opinion, nothing beats the desktop version, but it's nice to have this power in a mobile version. Okay, let's do this lines under my eyes over here. Choosing a size that's appropriate, and then just kind of go over that. Paint that area. All right, I'm not really happy with that area that it chose. Okay, but it did choose that area. Okay, it chose that area. And then the opacity, you know, how much do you want it to be? So can you see there the before and the after there? That's the before, that's the after. So it looks like I got beat up by somebody. But what's really nice is, do you see how I grabbed that selection that it's choosing to copy from? Right there. That's not bad. Undo. Two fingers to slide over. Let's try to fix this one here. Right there. 2 fingers to move the screen up. Trying to select that area where it's grabbing the selection from. Right there. The opacity, I want it to let some of those lines come in naturally. Okay, and then I'll come out. It still looks like I got beat up by somebody. But yeah, that's that. Red eye. So if your picture has any kind of red eye that needs to be corrected, this is if you've got a flash on your camera and it caused the eyes to go red, it should fix it. Pet eye, whatever. This is kind of odd, right? Replace eyes. So if I wanted to replace eyes, I'm going to select the area that I want to replace the eyes, and I can give eyes like this gentleman. terrible. Or I can give eyes like this lady. All right. I think it's awful. But now you might be asking, why does it have those boxes under there? Now remember I did those auto corrections. So those auto corrections are saved. This is creating a layered image that I can open into Photoshop. And it appears to me that the eyes are actually in a layer below that correction. So I'm just going to go back. What's nice, though, is you see, this is my son down here, but you can choose a photo. You can go into, let's go into the albums, and I'm going to go into the selfies. Right there, there's the selfies. And I'm going to find another picture of me. Okay, I like that picture of me. Okay, so I'm going to select that face, selecting that face, and then Photoshop Express is going to try to match that face. Select the face, okay. Tap a face. Now this is if there's multiple faces, and it's going to try to blend that. Now it might not work so well for this image, but can you imagine if you are doing something like a wedding or a portrait series, and you're taking 10, 15, 20 of similar images, and in that image, in one of the images, like your favorite image, somebody's blinking their eye, but their eyes are open in another image. So this replace eyes is actually quite nice. You could quickly fix a picture where someone's eyes are closed if you have multiple images that are very, very, very similar. So I just took two very different images and it blended it, I would say, fairly well. Okay. We've got text, so if we wanted to add text, again, this is like, if you wanted to add some kind of text to your image, strong and fierce, tap on it to be able to edit it. Tired and weary. Okay, tired and weary, there it is. With the fonts, we can choose all kinds of different fonts down here, whatever your favorite font is. Color, if you want to change the color of the font. Okay, stroke would be the edges, like the outline. Let's go back to the white. I like white. And alignment is if you wanted to do it like left justified, right justified, or just the standard center justified there. So, I don't know. Could be interesting for you. And next, we have stickers. We have some pre-made ones, and yeah, some pre-made stickers if you want them. And then finally, if you want to do some editing, if you wanted to vignette white, vignette black, if you wanted to bevel for some reason, all kinds of different things. Circle, vertical strip, horizontal. Okay, you can choose a color for your borders. So, all in all, it's kind of fun if you like this kind of editing for your social media. Okay, so today we've spent a little bit of time looking at Adobe Photoshop Express, the first part of the series, and we looked at how to capture an image and how to edit an image. Next video, we're going to be looking at the collage function and then opening them into Photoshop on your computer and doing editing from that image that was exported from Photoshop Express mobile. thanks for your time, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.